Welcome back to Midday. We begin the show with Julia Clapp from Abbott Wealth Management, and we're talking about retirement with Julia, and not just about the financial aspect of retirement. Julia, there's a lot more that people don't really think about, but it's something that will lead to happiness for their retirement. It's not always about money.
Yeah, and now, because we're living longer, you spend a lot of years in retirement, so you definitely want to make sure that you're happy, and for that portion of your life, it's mostly a third of your life these days. So
what are some of the things that could contribute to that happy, healthy retirement? What are we talking about if we're not talking about money necessarily?
Yeah, great. Well, we're gonna get there.
All right.
Well, we can just throw up the first slide there. So when we talk about retirement planning, it seems to be equivalent with talking about financial planning. And like you said, it's about more than just that. So we can look at the next slide here. But we put a lot of effort into helping people reach old age and not so much effort into helping them enjoy it. So this was just a quote that I came across. But a way to remedy that is holistic planning.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So thinking about the other aspects of life. So we can go to the next slide there. So it's about more than just the money. And with regards to when you're going to take your pension, so many people want to push that off as long as they can so they can get the most amount of money that they possibly can out of their pension.
Right.
Which is super understandable, and as long as your quality of life leading up to retirement is good and your health is good, you're happy, you're still great to get up and go to work every day, then there's definitely nothing wrong with that.
And if you enjoy it, right?
Yeah. And it helps with that sense of purpose. So in the next slide here, we can look at the different aspects of holistic planning. So health, making sure that you're active, taking care of yourself, and also if you have any health issues, that's definitely something you have to incorporate into your retirement plan.
Right.
Purpose is, if you still have purpose, sense of purpose going into work and everything, then that's super wonderful. But as you retire, that's something that you need to make sure that you still have that, because going into work every day for 40 years or so is quite a change when you don't have that anymore.
I can imagine that. Actually, my father-in-law struggled a little bit with that when he retired after 40 some odd years. And thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with all the hours in the day, right? So that's something that can come as a shock, I think.
Oh, definitely, a couple other items on that list were learning, relationships, and of course finances. So I'm not saying that finances is not part of
let's make that clear. That's important, of course. But
but relationships also super important. So our next slide here, this is an example of how it's done. This is my mom.
Look at Mom. She's so cute. She looks like she's enjoying retirement.
Yeah,
Julia.
she definitely is. So she was a school teacher. She taught primary for 40 years, kindergarten to grade 2. And she retired 7 years ago now.
Okay.
And she has been so busy since she retired. It's actually unreal. It's like trying to plan like visits to go back and see her and whatnot. She's
like, I can't fit you into my schedule, Julia.
She's like, oh, Julia, actually, I have a workshop then. I'm doing the fiber arts thing. So she's so busy. She's got that sense of purpose with her volunteering. And the workshop, she's constantly learning new things about different things to do with fiber and all that.
And she's healthy.
And
active.
So she's always trying to get her steps in. In that picture, she was hiking with me, and also goes to Tai Chi, which she really loves. And so she's kind of taking off all of those items there. So
would you say, obviously we know finances are very important for retirement. Of course, you have to be set up enough to be able to retire. Otherwise, you won't be happy.
Exactly.
But like you mentioned, health is wealth as well. And so this is what I was just getting to, Julia. So should you start at a certain age? Should you start younger? What do you recommend?
Definitely, I think for a lot of people, it's about that golden age of 65. And once I reach 65, I'm going to be able to do all of these things that I've put off for my entire life, because now I'll have the time to do it. And it's kind of missing the point of life, right? Is that you want to be able to enjoy your entire life, and to have purpose. It's not like you're going to have purpose all of a sudden when you reach 65.
Right.
Is you need purpose in your life regardless. And setting yourself up for success in retirement to be able to have purpose and the capacity to learn, the desire to learn things is super, super important.
All right. Well, thanks, Julia.
Thanks,
so plan
Tanya.
ahead and, of course, look at your finances, but also your life and your health and your make sure you're set up for
Success in all forms.
Yeah, and a happy retirement, not just a retirement, a happy retirement. All right. So for more information and to get a hold of Abbott Wealth, you can do so with that information at the bottom of the screen. We're back in a couple of minutes on Midday. Stay with us.